Okay, welcome back to another episode of Third and 23. I'm your host, Alex, here to bring you part two of my week 9 NFL picks and predictions. So I gave you two games yesterday. I got three more games on tap on this video. If you're new to the channel, I track all my NFL ATS predictions in your top left. You can see I'm 16 and 14 on the season, so I'm a little over 50%. Think I should be doing better, but I started off the year 6 and 11, so 10 and 3 cents. So I'm starting to do something right. So we're going to start off this video with the Commanders at the Giants. The Commanders are 4-point favorites in this game. Haven't really seen much line movement. When I'm looking at this game, one thing, one glaring thing really sticks out. It's going to be the Commanders' offense against the Giants' defense. The Commanders, 165 yards rushing per game. That's third in the league. That's Jaden Daniels running. That's Brian Robinson running. That's Austin Eckler running. By the way, Brian Robinson is expected to play in this game against the Giants, who allow 141 yards rushing per game. That's 27th in the league. They allow over 5 yards per carry. So this to me, this is a big mismatch with the Commanders running game versus the Giants run defense. Then, as you know, if you follow football, if you watch football, you know a strong running game. What does that do? That sets up downfield throws. Helps take pressure off the quarterback. And that's what you see with the Commanders. Fifth in the league at 8.4 yards per attempt. They're efficient getting the ball down the field against the Giants pass defense that is 26th in the league. So again, I see a big mismatch in this one between the Commanders offense and the Giants defense. And then when the Giants are on offense, they have trouble moving the ball through the air. We know that outside of getting the ball to Malik Neighbors. They have some trouble moving the ball on the ground, though. I think Tyrone Tracy's kind of giving them a little shot in the arm there. And the Commanders aren't that strong against the run. So you might see Tyrone Tracy get something going on the ground in this one. But all that said, the Giants are dead last in the NFL at scoring touchdowns in the red zone. And you're going to need to be able to score touchdowns to keep pace with this Commanders offense that's going to move the ball. It's going to put points on the board. And one more thing to note is the Giants kicker is out. Now, they're going to have another kicker in there. And if he makes a couple kicks, then that point is moot. But just keep that in mind that if the Giants struggle in the red zone and let's say their kicker isn't up to snuff, those are some scoring opportunities that the Giants are going to miss out on. So for me, the 4 was a little low. I like the Commanders, and I like them to lay that 4. I know the game is on the road, but I'm not worried about it. Give me the Commanders and the 4, or lay the 4. Here we go. Next game, we're going to have the Bears at the Cardinals. We're going to have two former first round picks go at it in this one. We got Caleb Williams, the rookie, versus Kyler Murray. Guys, the Cardinals open this game as a 2-point favorite, or are 2-point favorite now. They open at 1.5, so some money getting poured in on Kyler in the cards. Cardinals have been playing pretty well this season, so a lot of people haven't really been paying attention to that. But first, when I'm looking at this game, one thing to note is both these teams struggle stopping the run. Bears allow 4.7 yards per carry. The Cardinals allow 4.6 yards a carry. Both teams have running games. Caleb Williams can run. DeAndre Swift, we've seen him kind of resuscitate his career a little bit, right, lately in the past few weeks. James Conner can run the ball, and Kyler Murray can take off. So I think you might see both teams make some plays on the ground, either through scrambles or traditional running plays. One thing I want to see in this game, though, is there going to be balance. The Bears are one of the best pass defenses in the NFL. Kyler Murray, all he's really got is Marvin Harrison to throw to. So I think that's going to be a big issue for them, for the Cardinals to be able to keep that balance in this game. While on the other side, yes, Caleb Williams is a rookie, and yes, he's had his struggles this season. But in the last three games, a lot more efficient, 7.9 yards per attempt. I know he didn't look good against the Commanders, but the previous two before that, he looked really good against the Cardinals defense that'll give it up to you with their secondary. I think the Bears, with all their weapons, you're going to see the rookie, Caleb Williams. I think you're going to see him have a good game in this one and be balanced out with a really strong running attack. And then finally, when the Cardinals do move the ball, this is one big thing that sticks out to me. You're going against the Bears defense is one of the best pass defense in the league, and they are the best defense they're the best defensive red zone team in the league. So now you're going to have a struggling passing attack against a top red zone defense. I don't know if the Cardinals are going to be scoring a lot of points in this one. I actually like the Bears to win this game outright. I mean, give me the +2, but I like the Bears to win this game outright. And then finally, the game of the day It's going to be Detroit at Green Bay. This game in Lambeau Field. Detroit opened this as a 3-point favorite. Now, for those of you who don't know, it takes a lot. When it comes to NFL betting, it takes a lot of money to move a line off of three. Three is the most common margin of victory in the NFL. So it takes a lot of money to move a point spread off of three. So to move down to 2.5, there must be a lot of money that went in on Green Bay. So keep that in mind. Now, when we're looking at this game, you're looking at two of the best running attacks in the league. Detroit with Montgomery and Gibbs, Green Bay with Josh Jacobs. Big time running attacks in this game. And both teams will give it up on the ground. Don't look at their, I know Detroit's like top 10 in the league against the run, but reality is they give up 4.7 yards per carry. It's just they're always in the lead, so teams have to abandon the run. Don't know if that's going to happen in this game. I think both teams are going to see some rushing success in this one. Now, when you're looking at passing the ball, though, Detroit is the number one team in the league, 8.9 yards per attempt. Very efficient passing game. But Jamison Williams is still suspended. So it's going to be all Amon-Ra St. Brown and others. Obviously, they're going to be hitting Gibbs and Montgomery out the backfield and Laporte at tight end. But Green Bay will give it up to you through the air. And another thing to keep in mind, Jair Alexander. I mean, it's 11:19 a.m. I still haven't seen any news come out on Jair Alexander. He's always got something going on. Might be the most oft injured quarter. He might be the number one corner in the league when it comes to appearing on an injury report, and he misses a lot of games, and other games he'll play when you're not sure if he's going to play or not. But one thing to note is the Green Bay Packers did call up Kamal Hayden, the cornerback from the practice squad, so that kind of leads me to believe that maybe Alexander is not going to play this game, or maybe they don't think he's going to be able to give it his full amount of defensive snaps. So that's one thing to note against this Detroit secondary or this Detroit passing attack. And then another thing to note is Jordan Love healthy? He's got the groin issue. I don't believe he's 100%. I don't know if he would play if this game wasn't such a big game. So I don't know if Jordan Love is going to play all 4 quarters in this one. There's a chance that you might see some Malik Willis in this one. And if you don't, I don't think you're going to see a completely mobile Jordan Love in the pocket. So I think that's going to hurt this Green Bay offense overall in their passing and in their running. And last thing to know, it is supposed to be raining when this game kicks off. How heavy that rain is going to be, that remains to be seen. But it's supposed to be a wet field, I guess you could say they're playing on. That's going to, I guess you could say, stifle both offenses to a degree. I've never been one to really buy into that unless we're talking about an absolute downpour. So in this one, I still like Detroit. I came into the season, I picked Detroit to win the Super Bowl. I've to this point in the year, I've seen nothing to change my mind. They're the number one team on my power rankings. They're the number one team on a lot of people's power rankings. They're the best team in the NFL, and I don't think Green Bay is healthy enough to take down Detroit, even though the game is in Lambeau. So give me Detroit. I'm going to lay the 2.5. I'm going to go against what I assume the public is betting since it came off the 3. So, anyways, that wraps it up. So I got these 3 games. Detroit laying the 2.5. Bears, underdog, taking the +2. Do I think they're going to win outright? And the Commanders, I laid the 4 to go along with yesterday's picks. Chargers, laid the 1. And the Saints against the Panthers. I'm always betting against Carolina. I took the Saints and I laid I want to say it was 7.5. So if you like the content, please like, follow, and subscribe. As you're going to see my YouTube handle here in a few seconds. Take care.